Alrighty. Good morning. Another Coffee and Blitz episode. I'm not having coffee this morning though. It's gonna be an energy drink because it's hot and I feel like it. Let's start with C3 here. C3. I mean, I didn't play the C3 Siciliano specifically against this move order that he played. But I don't know. My bishop looks nice here, but I don't want to lose it for a knight. Now that's an interesting move. That move looks funny because it brings into play knight e4. So knight e4 is very tempting to play. How can I not play it? I don't want to have to move my bishop back. If I can win this bishop, I'm happy. Queen f4 I think should be played, but the queen f4, there's knight f6, we can trade everything there. You know what? I'll trade everything. Alright, I'm down 20 seconds. Let me go h3 and ask what black's going to do there. I can't take this? Is there a trick? Winning a pawn means I have a 3-on-1 on the queen side. So it's more useful than just any pawn. Like this could give me a pretty significant imbalance. So let's go queen a3. Let's defend that pawn. Follow-up move is probably going to be well, I was going to go rook d1, not anymore. Yeah, something looks funny here for sure. I don't believe in what my opponent's doing at all. I'm going to start with this. Thinking about b4. b4 is pretty tempting. Knight here, I'm going to snap this off. Yeah, this is the kind of position I'm trying to understand. I'm up a pawn, which is two kind of passed pawns over here. Let me push this. Like, why is black so happy to play this? Pieces have been traded off. Maybe this was a bad move by me, huh? Maybe that was a terrible move because I don't have a good discovery. Thought I did, but I don't. Yep. Well, that's bad technique. That is bad technique. Try to get it back. Knight here with perpetual ideas. Okay. That's better. Okay, I'm down a bunch of times. Oh, he's gonna go there, isn't he? Shit. I just missed the win. That's just completely unacceptable. Alrighty. Man, that's you don't want to see that. Dude, this was such a bad game on so many levels. Like, I'm so, like, that happened, I guess, the first game of the day. But, like, the technique was bad, the speed was bad. I missed the piece. Yeah, alright. That's what you need sometimes. Those losses are gonna happen, huh? And now I'm playing absolutely one of the very theoretical line that is supposed to just give white a small advantage, and black kind of suffers. So I don't really know why I'm playing this line. This has been played in some world championships. Queen's Gambit decline line. I can hardly speak right now. I get the bishop pair, but my bishop is going to be contained, and you're going to see how. I can put my bishop here and it's going to look pretty, but he's got all the key squares. Let me try to play like in a more forcing way. So takes. And then go for e5. White did not play this properly because I shouldn't have like such an open position, I believe. By the way, knight here would have been good. Hitting this and preparing bishop g4. Kind of let my opponent off the hook. Because the knight on f3 is just susceptible to a pin. And yeah. I didn't put any pressure on that. Okay, I got the bishop pair. I have activity. There's a million pins going on. How am I gonna mess this one up, huh? There's gotta be... Feels like there's something here. I really mean that. It feels like there should be a win. But my opponent can't really move. Maybe I can soften things up. What happens here? Start with that. He's really just going for... That doesn't make sense. How do you... By the way, did I miss this move the whole time? 3 attackers on this? If I did, that's poor form by me. Okay. That's a better game. We had the bishop pair and we were able to just break free. But that previous game has to be rectified. Let me try this opening again. Yeah, I'm gonna try this line. It's a proper isolated queen's pawn position, but not necessarily bad to get practicing. Let me try knight b5. And there's a knight on a6, they say. Like, it's kind of a common move in the London as well. You can afford to put a knight on b5 because black doesn't have a6. I mean, in certain positions, it's going to be playable. You normally, if you just put a knight on b5, a6, and you're like, where's my knight going? The only way for... Okay, well, you can play like this. That's fine. That's fine. You're allowed to do that. Queen here. Preparing this. I mean, I have the bishop pair and things somehow look a little promising to me. I put the bishop on c4, maybe follow up with knight e5. I kind of like the fact that I have the open a file, which means this rook is kind of tethered. Okay. So let's swing this rook over here, because this rook is doing a good job. I'm expecting, yeah, e6. What should we do? Should I just play a basic plan of actually doubling here? Should I have done that sooner? Questions. All I have is the a file. I mean, I have the bishop pair. I have some things I'm happy about, but... I mean, that move can't be right. So what we're going to do is we're going to tickle him once. And now I'm going to take. I mean, a pawn is a pawn at the end of the day. Let's bring this knight in. Hitting this, and my rooks look really funny on the a file, they do, but you have to keep in mind that at least my opponent can't move very easily. I don't get these moves sometimes. What if I take here? What if I offer a queen trade? I'm up 2 pawns. The a7 pawn is a goner for sure now. With knight e7. Check if you take here. If you go here, I just take. Yeah, let's do that again. But I need to play more dynamic. We're not going to re-enter that line we saw before. I'm going to play the b5 Nimzo here. So it's a line. I think I maybe played it in person last month in Europe. One game. You trade your b pawn for the c pawn, so there's some benefits there in terms of strengthening the center, but white gets to use the c file, so it's... Yeah. It's a line, that's all I'll say. There's some drawbacks to it as well, but, you know, we don't need to know about that. This is an example. White's making it hard for me to play c5. Without c5, I'm a little bit annoyed. Can't be the only one. Alright. Well, trading is good. This is extremely solid. And even if white goes e4, think about it. This bishop stuck behind that d pawn. Let's get rid of our isolated pawn. Please and thank you. Create a weakness here, if possible. Good move. Let me take. He's like, you're gonna give me a passed pawn. That's a decent point. Maybe I am. I can take and it's no longer a passed pawn, or I can let it stay on the a file, which it is a passed pawn, which is strong, but can also be picked off. If I play just an endgame, I might be regretting, you know, just letting that pawn fester there, but before then, I think it should be okay. For example, let's go e5. Could have gone c5 as well. I'm actually wondering, I'm looking at what I did, I'm like, why didn't I play c5? Alright, I want to create a weakness here. I want to threaten this. Okay. So as I said, there is potential for this. Let's play h5. Let's get rid of that back rank issue. There is potential for this pawn to be a problem for me. So I'm going to try to harass in the meantime because I created a weakness here. So a4, knight here, rook here, I have bishop here. This pawn is a weakness. If you try to trade queens, I can just take and go knight e6. Okay. I'm threatening to take and take here, so I'm just keeping the initiative up. If you trade and go bishop h3 attacking this, I think I can throw in the in-between move bishop b3 and then d4 falls. So yeah, white's got these split pawns, and I'm just trying to harass that. I have a very solid c6, d5 structure right now. Yeah. Now this is a pinned bishop, but if I win d4, I overprotect my bishop. And I bring in some threats like knight takes d4. So I guess he got a bit frustrated there. Yeah, once I win that center pawn. You want to try something different? We might as well, right? Against g6. Let's start off with... Ooh. Ooh. Need a reminder of the theory here. I should know this. Yeah, I'm going to play knight b5. We're going to play a queenless position, as you see here. And black is probably okay. But I'm going to just play like f3. It's called the Maroczy structure. Play f3. Take care of the b5 and the d5 breaks. And try to claim that I have a space advantage. I mean, I do have a space advantage. It's just... with some of the material reduced, it's unclear how much that's worth. Which I would agree with. I'm going to throw in the first question for my opponent. Do you want to trade? Trading will open up one of the files. If I capture the e-pawn, I have the e-file to use with c-pawn, c-file. So the first question Let me go f4 now. I'm actually going to maybe put my bishop on f3 and try to cover as many squares as possible. Notice I'm keeping this locked down. Possible that I've just allowed this move. But I'm going to show something. There's certain positions where this is acceptable. Is this one of them? I'm not entirely sure. But I'm going to try for something. I'm going to try to use the c-file. Put my bishop... Well, wait a sec. That doesn't look right. Let me go here. Let me go here. I'm going to use the c-file, and I'm going to use the b5 pawn as a target because it's an isolated pawn. It's on a light square as well. It's kind of prime for pieces. Something looks off here, doesn't it? Tactically? Or is that just me? I could technically move my knight out of the way as well. So here, pawn take. Let's say I move my knight back. Prepare this move. I'm going to go here now. Need to figure out how to do this. I have a plan in mind. If I can play an endgame against the knight with my bishop, I think this is supposed to be very good for me. I don't understand why my opponent is so eager to go for this. I thought I had bishop c4 at the end of this, but that's probably BS for me. I mean, it's going to get him thinking. So with that aspect, it probably works. Not my proudest chess. This also should have been a good position. Or actually really bad endgame. I don't know what happened there. He just played for the win. I went for a dirty flag. I definitely... Oh, not happy with that endgame. It should have been good. Alright, let's try a different line here. Let's play Benoni. Very risky opening. But you can have some fun with it. So let's go for the rook e8 line. My opponent went for the fianchetto, which isn't necessarily the scariest line. It's not a bad line, but I get to castle. Sometimes the Benoni, while you're castling, you get crunched with some pawns. Like the 4-pawn when white goes like e4, f4 type of thing. Fianchetto is a little bit slower. I don't play the Benoni that much. Gives me some time. I'll go knight a6, knight c7, b5, maybe expand a little bit, fight for some small squares. In a moment. Now there's some ideas. Knight h4 is a move. I can move my bishop to, I think d7 is the idea. If you take here, I have queen b6. So let's try this. Yeah, he can go for it. Just the point is like, yeah, after I take here, my queen should be able to extract itself pretty comfortably, right? Yes. Yes. All right, I'm calculating b5. b5, rook b1, queen a3, knight b5. Takes. Rather not allow that. Knight b4, rook b1. Knight b4, rook b1, queen a3, rook b3, queen a6, a3. My piece is trapped. Okay, I'm going to start with this move. I'm going to play... Yeah, this is interesting. I'm going to play c4. Let's make it spicy. Giving my queen an escape square, diagonal, but also my knight. My knight on b4 doesn't seem right. Maybe on c5 it does more. So prevents white from playing e4 easily. Or if the e-pawn ever moves, then knight c5, knight d3 is pretty useful. There were some other moves I wanted to play. I said knight b4, there's rook b3. And rook b8 just doesn't feel right. I'm kind of saying if you take here, okay, you can do that. I was going to go here, hitting this. Also, oh, that is a move. Rook takes, knight takes, queen takes, bishop takes. Must have miscalculated something, eh? All right. Holy smokes, what's going on? Jeez. Let's just take. Some of this position looks pretty fun to play. Start with this. Take here. Oh, I need some speed. My bad. All right. Yeah, I spent way too much time talking there. That's on me. Let's go here. I want to take here. Okay, this could have been worse. By not making a queen here. Oh, I don't know what happened there. These games are crazy. I don't even know how to commentate them sometimes. There's just too much going on to even process. GG, thanks. Oh, we'll do one more. One more, right? This is for 3,000. So, which isn't too important, but it's a clean number. Clean number. Let's develop slowly. So in this line, black gets the castle comfortably, you know, no stress with the pieces. White gets the bishop pair. All right. Yeah, this is an interesting path for me to place my knight. Like from here to here to here to here to here, I guess. Kind of just, I realize I've been really slow in these games, so I'm trying to think less early on. One of the ideas for black is to go queen a6 and play b3, destabilize c2 and d3, which destabilizes e4. It's just, yeah, good idea. I mean, that's just the truth. This already is annoying. This is already annoying. And I'm already pretty unhappy with how I've played this. The point of queen a6, okay, if my knight goes to f3, then you can take here. In this position, fortunately, it's not as bad because my knight's defending it. Usually the knight's not on g1. So d takes e4, I wouldn't be able to take back with the pawn. If I can't take back with the pawn, I lose my pawn center. So even these like gentle moves like queen b5, yeah, there's a reason. At least here I can take back because my queen's defended, but that's not normal. I'm sure I did something wrong to have my... Black has like, I don't know, quick, like fast counterplay. I mean, maybe it's okay for me, but it feels off. Takes, you have to take back with a knight. It's ugly, but I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna lose my pawn center, but I want to be able to finally move my knight to f3. I can't play a game with my knight on g1. At least here my bishops have kind of, you know, they're kind of positioned in a spot where they're doing stuff, which can't always be said. If knight here, I can go knight c4 if I want to protect this long term, or I can go knight e4 if I want to protect it, but play a little more ambitiously. I'll start with this. Push here. I want to soften up the nice thing about this move is I don't have to worry about d3 right now as much. But of course I don't like long-term having to look over that. What the heck is that, dude? This should not work by any stretch. But he's going for it. So maybe I've, you know, misjudged it. I don't quite understand the idea behind it, but you know what? I will push this pawn. I just wonder how black is going to queen. Black's not queening. All my pieces defend each other. If you give me time... Like, for example, if I go here... And then I go here... And then I take... And then I offer a trade. Yeah, I just didn't have the right files, like open files or breakthroughs there. Alrighty. GG's, sir. Thank you. Yeah. Some routine games, I guess. Yeah, 92, I mean, maybe that's okay. It's just a very long way to go. I feel like actually, yeah. Felt like black kind of got the initiative. Like even getting this much, quite a bit of counterplay. I usually like to reduce that. I probably didn't play this properly. Yeah. Yep. I was a little slow. Maybe moves like King H2 and stuff. Anyways, what happened? Lost the first game and then won some others? Okay. Well, better than expected session. Keep watching the Coffee and Blitz. Definitely tell your friends. I would like to get some more followers, some subs on this chessbrah extra channel. This is like, you know, fun content to do. I can make it a routine if it builds some traction. Just some light Blitz games and commentary. And coffee usually. But yeah, see you guys next time.